Man, I have just really discovered that they don't mess around in Uzumaki here on the exterior of the book, man. This thing is just full of spoilers. Like we got three completely different stories spoiled on the exterior cover. Not even like early stories. This isn't like chapter 1 and 2. I think that's wild. So next chapter is chapter 7, Jack in the Box. And we'll just put this down here. You can see the spoiler for chapter 6 over here. What happens in the Medusa chapter? Oh no! She got drained by her hair. I like the bit in the anime where they come back to her. She's still there, like weeks or months later, when they're doing a news report. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't remember if that's in the manga. I don't remember seeing it, but it's probably in there. This story is called Jack in the Box, and we got a nerd. I don't know why this is a color plate either, but it's nice. We got a nerd. Look at him. In my school, there was a seventh grader named Mitsuru Yamaguchi. He loved to jump out and surprise people. Everyone called him Jack in the Box. Look, it's in the title. One day I realized he liked me. Kiri, let's go out sometime. Got on my nerves pretty fast. I think I lost him. What a pain. Let's hurry home before he finds you. And of course, their commute home. Their walk home, where's it go? The cemetery. Of course, right? Of course they have to go through the cemetery. Which they've started having to use again. Why? You might remember big swirling death clouds, right? Every time they burn a body, that happens. I frankly don't blame these people for not cremating bodies anymore. Like, it just makes sense. So, a little nerd here taunts her and follows her around until. I don't think this is too far in for a spoiler. He pops out. That's it. I saw something like this on TV. What are you doing? And this is basically all of this chapter that was in the anime, by the way, was him wrapping around the axle of that car. Pretty grisly. My love for you will stop this car. No, stop, screech. Mitsuru! And look at how he got tangled up, right? It's a spiral. Or at least it's starting to be a spiral. Now, of course, this guy's Jack in the Box. She's all tore up. She doesn't want to go, wherever. What does he get her? He got Potter a present. He's dead. Oh, the present is a scary Jack in the Box. A Jack in the Box that's telling her creepy messages. So, of course, her and Shuichi are like, we should go to the cemetery and dig him up. At this point, we've had hair come to life. We've had all kinds of crazy stuff happen. So, does digging a body up in the graveyard in the middle of the night make sense? No, but let's do it anyway. So that's what they do. It's a really good build-up to get to this point, and you can see like the unburial digging up is luxurious. It's a couple pages long, just like their walk into there. We have the time to appreciate the situation. We have the time to appreciate what they're doing. Her stress level, like look at her face up here. Look at him, like he's the one doing the work here. He's cracking this puppy open. He's looking at the vapors coming out of it. And what happens in the bottom left corner? Bang. Now, I'm not going to spoil what happens here, but you can pretty much guess what's about to happen. It's pretty great. At least the artwork. I think this is one of the weaker chapters of the story. It just doesn't make sense to me, really. Like, even in a world where people's hair comes to life and starts having, like, dance battles with other people's hairdos, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. But it looks grisly, it looks horrible, and for that reason, I got to give some props to the art. It's also well paced. Like you can see, we're pretty far into this chapter, but this mark up here is where the next chapter starts, and we still got quite a few pages before we get to, well, maybe not quite a few. There's still a few pages before the big reveal at the end and all that stuff, which is really what I'm trying to avoid spoiling for you. It's an alright chapter. It definitely captures like the weird, creepy mood. It tries to do a little bit of jump scare on the page, which is hard to do. Jump scares work best when you have an immediate visual reaction right in front of you. But I think it's a pretty good attempt. And yeah, that's it for Chapter 7 Uzumaki. Well, take care of yourselves and bye bye.